What's up, Steeler Nation? We are the Observers, Smo and Chris, here to talk about the now 3-1 Pittsburgh Steelers, fresh off a bye.
AFC North leaders. Is this 2 weeks in a row that the North has all lost except for us?
I don't know if it's two. It
It
may,
might be.
well, no, it didn't. The Browns beat the Packers. Was that in the last 2 weeks?
Maybe. Either way.
Yeah, I think that
We
happened.
didn't play last weekend and everyone lost. It was great.
Yeah, Grant can't join us. He had his tummy tea and decided to tuck her in for the night. But Smo is. We're gonna give Smo his flowers because he's feeling a little bit under the weather, but he's here thugging it out.
But yeah, gotta give the fans what they want.
Right.
Us bantering about the Steelers, the first place Steelers.
Hell yeah. And so we had a game in Ireland, early as all get out, 8:30 my time, which it was nice because I didn't have to wait all day for the game to come on.
That's true.
But what are your thoughts on that one?
So my prediction was like I needed to see it from the defense, which we did. So that was a plus. Even with Carson Wentz playing, like that's still a tough assignment with Addison and Justin Jefferson. So they got after Wentz. They made things a little uncomfortable. They kind of held up on the run. I was encouraged by that. Offensively, now that we've had all the post-game talk, it's clear that I've heard Tomlin speak about when you play 4-3 defenses, you can't block the big ends with just like a tight end. So part of the game plan was the extra offensive lineman and then Darnell on the line too. So the fact that they like actually game planned something that worked really well, kudos for that. Like the game probably should have been a blowout. Whether how in depth we want to get on the decisions at the end, I'll let them back in the game. But all in all, like a pretty good performance. Yeah.
No, you're right. Carson Wentz got crushed. There were so many times when he was wincing throughout the game. Justin Jefferson was relatively quiet. He didn't really make too much noise. He had one play he could have broke, but he got tripped up. And then the running game, like Kenneth Gainwell, balled out for us. So that was really exciting to see. And yeah, you're right. We're not going to put Muth out there to block, one of these premier edge rushers because he can't block.
Played.
Yeah, that brought up a lot of questions about his participation in the game. But, it was nice to see a game plan work. But it was disappointing to see us kind of like nearly fumble that lead and get to a point where it could have gone to overtime. Like we had to sweat it out. Felt good all game, and then just things started to collapse. So I wasn't too thrilled with that. But
I've had some so obviously the play, the going for the touchdown on fourth down to try and just seal it, I agreed with. It seemed like Tomlin needed some convincing of that.
Yeah.
I don't know why we ran it from like 4 yards out when we've clearly proven that you can just lob it up to Darnell Washington. Like, I don't understand. I don't know. I would just spread it out. And if they're going to single DK or Darnell on the outside, whichever one is single, just throw a jump ball to them. I feel like that's higher percentage chance than running it from 4 yards out. But the defense, I've heard after that, because we were so depleted that we had three safeties out there. And I think even Cam has talked about it on his show of like, obviously there's no excuses. It was like a communication breakdown, but that stems from like, had suffered some injuries, like Jalen wasn't out there. So you're asking Chuck Clark to play a position that he doesn't normally play. And some guys were just like having to play and, miss the assignment and let Addison just run down. To which I say, like, why does it have to be so difficult in that moment? Like the only thing that you can't do is let someone get past you. So it's like, just put two high safeties or something and say, limit the big play. So yeah, very frustrating that they let him back in the game and almost lost it.
Yeah, but some other highlights, you mentioned DK going up and getting the ball. He was in a rhythm in the first half with Aaron Rodgers. They had that nice back shoulder, and then that slant that he caught and took it to the house was fucking awesome. We've been waiting for that all year. So it was exciting to see. Great to see Rodgers, staying pretty clean. In all honesty, the line looks a lot better, and that was a Brian Flores defense that we kind of did whatever we wanted to. And we were concerned with that leading up to the game. So good stuff.
I think you might see. I think the Browns are better on the outside at just guarding the pass. I think
Yeah.
they're better. They're a better defense entirely. But just like the quick game that we have to do at times, like Flores is all about the blitz schemes, getting after you. Like there's no opportunity to do that when Rodgers is throwing the ball in 2 seconds. It's just you just neutralize it. So I'll be interested to see how we try to do that with Miles and this defense. If we just stick to the short, quick passes, and if that'll work with a team that's better on the outside, that can also, like the Browns are very capable of stopping the run, even if we throw out an extra lineman. So it'll be interesting what game plan we have.
Good defense there. And I wanted to kind of shout out some injury stuff that we had go on early in the game. Whenever whoever the Vikings running back was that fumbled it, Ramsey picks it up, sprints it, takes it to the house. But on the way there, he pulls up, acts like he's hurt. We were all texting like, oh, fuck. And then he hits the gritty. First off, that was hilarious. If that play would have held up, that would have been absolutely epic. I mean, they still showed it on the replays because it was pretty damn funny. But he ended up pulling his hamstring and getting hurt. He did try to come back into the game, but he ended up getting pulled. And then we were thinking about him being out for a few weeks. But based on Tomlin's press conference, it sounds like he has a chance to play this week.
He has a chance. Yeah, it seemed like he was out on the practice field today, but without a helmet on. So I don't know if he's taking it easy. It seems we are going to get Porter Jr. back and Highsmith. So I don't know. It depends. It's a calculated decision. I'm like, I'm in. Our bye week is done, so like, I'm all for like not pushing these guys early in the year. Like I was totally fine with them sitting Jalen and holding Porter and everyone out for the extra week last week. Got know that they were going into the bye. Like, how much do you feel that you can beat the Browns and a rookie quarterback with Jalen sitting out a week? Like, I'd rather him be healthy week 15 and on than like right now. So yeah, hopefully they don't push it just for pushing its sake.
No, I agree. And similar with Calvin Austin. He hurt his shoulder, and he was another one that Tomlin said there's a possibility that he could be available for Sunday's game. The way the Browns play, like each game, it's a rock fight with them.
Yep.
And I'd almost rather let Roman Wilson get a shot to be highlighted and prove himself. And we could really see what he can do, in an actual game, not just the preseason. I don't know. What do you think about that?
I mean, if they'll give him the shot, who's to say they won't play Scotty Miller and Dirtbag a bit more?
Dirtbag. I mean, who doesn't love Dirtbag? Honestly, that guy.
He's an all-pro.
Honorable mention, we'll say that. Oh, one more thought about the game, because all this stuff is coming to mind. It was a lot of fun to watch, including whenever Rodgers decided to take off. He scrambled for a first down, but he got the ball punched out from him. And it's perfect that Broderick Jones was right there in the right spot to pick that up, crush a D lineman, and then carry it for a couple more yards. So you saw Rodgers on the ground. He was like, yes, success.
Dude, heavy side, like every time that he scrambles, man, I am just like crossing my fingers, holding my breath.
Yeah.
Saying a prayer. Like, dude is just like not able to move.
He is not fast. I'll say that.
He's not nimble. He's not fast. I'm just waiting for like a knee to give out his Achilles again. I'm like, dude, just stand there and throw the ball around.
Knock on wood. Yeah, it was exciting. It was fun to watch. He had a couple moments of that. He threw a block whenever Gainwell was trying to break a run. So that was pretty sweet to see. And then the tush push that we ran whenever he was just standing there, hands on his hips, he's like, yep. So he had some definitely memeable moments. But, okay, enough about the Vikings. The Steelers are 3-1. We're on top of the division. The Ravens have Lamar hurt. Roquan Smith is hurt. They have so many players that are out. Derrick Henry can't hold on to the ball. Joe Burrow is out for the Bengals for like 3 months, I think. But
now they got Joe Flacco.
Oh, Joe Flacco. Yeah, so like things are set up well for us. But it's like we've seen this before. And I understand that pattern recognition is offensive to some, but I can't help but sit here and think going into a game against the Browns, is this not a perfect setup for what a lot of people call a Tomlin special?
Yeah, no doubt. The thing is, though, like of all the teams in the North right now, the Browns are easily the second best. Like they're not depleted like the others are. They've got a lot of rookies that are playing well. Like Judkins has shown out.
Mm.
Gabriel looked decent for, and Gabriel's very similar to like Kenny won games for us. Like
Mm-hmm.
Gabriel, he's like 25, 26. He played a lot of high level college ball. This isn't some like 21-year-old who's only been a starting quarterback for a bit. Like it was won games at Oregon, won games at Oklahoma. Like he's played in big time competition. So like he looked okay last week. Like your first start is in London against a good defense. Like they're not a terrible team. So like Tomlin special, I usually take as like someone you definitely should not be losing to. Like, yeah, we could say all we want about the Browns. Like the defense is still legit. We're still a little unproven on offense. Like it wouldn't surprise me if we lost some stupid dogfight with them because we lost to Jameis Winston last year against them. Like it can easily be that sort of game, and I wouldn't be surprised. But it should. It'd be a failure if you don't win for sure. Like these next 2 weeks are almost like must wins.
Hopefully, our horses are preparing for battle because that Jameis game in the snow was the point for me in the season. I'd say, peak frustration with us. But
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I mean, we know the Browns very well. Myles Garrett on the other side, although his productivity appeared to have dipped. Now, I know that teams scheme for him to not be a game wrecker, but TJ still finds a way to make plays, whether it's getting an interception, whether it is, getting to the quarterback or some play or making a play in the run game. He always finds a way. Whereas, Garrett, that whole comparison that has gone on for years, I don't know why, but ESPN and everybody just loves Myles Garrett. But we gotta stop that guy. Broderick has got his hands full this week.
Yeah, I mean, I have to imagine they move him around a lot. Like I think you're gonna see a lot of doubles his way. Like he's gonna make a play or two, but I have to imagine Darnell's gonna play quite a bit. Maybe you see the sixth O lineman again a few times. They're gonna give people some help. Like that's the type of thing where you make someone else beat you.
Yeah. Who else is on that D line? They just drafted somebody that I think is playing pretty well for them.
Didn't they get Mason Graham out of Michigan?
Yeah, that's who it
Yeah.
is. And he's been playing pretty well.
Yep.
So,
Their
so
linebacker that they drafted, Judkins, like they had a really good draft class. Like the rookies are playing very well, and they don't know any better. Like they've never played the Steelers before. They don't come with all the previous baggage. It's gonna be tough. It'll be tough. Grant will be in the house.
yeah, he's going to be there. He said that he would be available for for autographs and meet and greet. And it's just a rumor, but Grant is a Traeger enthusiast. He may take a personal hotspot with him so he can get a Wi-Fi connection and make you guys some hot dogs. That I had to. So, what are you predicting for this one? I'm finding this is going to be a big challenge for the offense. It's a prove it moment. I'm hoping that we come out firing on all cylinders, but just knowing us, I could see us being flat against the Browns. What say you?
Yeah. I feel like every Browns game is tough. If you're playing a rookie quarterback at home, you should win. Good defense, something low scoring. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a similar like 21-17 that the Browns lost last week. They lose the same again, or like a 17-13, something low scoring where we win like in a Steelers way, like comfortably. Like we're not kicking a last second field goal to win, but like we're up 10 and maybe we give up like a late score and we get the onside kick or something stupid.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that. I could see a 24-13 game, Steelers. I don't think we're going to lose, but we are a play away from potentially seeing Shedeur Sanders.
This is true. Does he give cadence and like speak, or is he only a mime now? Did you see that interview of him?
I heard about it. He's tough to watch in the media. He's a little immature, so I didn't pay too much attention to it, but I did hear that he was just like non-verbally giving a reaction to not being QB2.
Somebody said part of the problem is like also the third string quarterback shouldn't be being interviewed. Like no one's interviewing the third string quarterbacks around the league.
Yeah, he's just got this celebrity around him that just makes it tough for the organization to keep him quiet.
Yeah.
So, but all right, you said, what'd you say?
I'll go, let's say 2013.
20-13.
Yeah.
Did Grant give us? I don't know if Grant gave us a prediction.
Text him.
He said he was in. He said it. Then he was out all of a sudden. But I know he's not going to predict us to lose. I can assure you that.
Let's see what are the Sharps saying. He'll give us the full rundown.
Yeah, he should have to do a YouTube short for this. By the way, folks, don't forget about the site SteelersObserver.com, where we compile all the latest Steeler news. You also get links to the podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. It's like Amazon Podcast. We're like literally everywhere, aren't we?
For sure.
You can find us anywhere, girl. He has not. That tummy tea probably has him tuckered out. So
I make him do a short. That's all.
Yeah. All right, y'all. You got anything else, Mo?
No, we're good. Hopefully, we're set up. Let's take advantage for once. Right. Put a stranglehold on the North.
Yes. Belt to ass. Steelers out.